Hi. Let's learn about hoarding and its impact on commodities. Hoarding is the purchase and warehousing of large quantities of a commodity by a speculator with the intent of benefiting from future price increases. The term hoarding is most frequently applied to buying commodities, especially gold. However, hoarding is sometimes used in other economic contexts. For example, political leaders might complain that speculators are hoarding dollars during a currency crisis. Hoarding is commonly criticized for creating shortages of goods in the real economy. If several wealthy individuals start hoarding wheat, the price will begin to increase. Middle-class merchants will notice, and then they might hold back wheat supplies in anticipation of future price increases. That is enough to raise prices again. Panicked buying may create real shortages of wheat in some locations. Hoarding is sometimes blamed for shortages that are actually caused by price controls, fixed exchange rates, and other government policies. Laws are often passed against certain types of hoarding to prevent tragedies and reduce economic instability. If a speculator intends to corner or otherwise monopolize a commodity, then it may be considered an illegal act. Owning more than $100 worth of gold bullion, coins, or certificates became a criminal act called hoarding in 1933. Holding gold bullion became legal again in the U.S. in 1974. Hoarding is often considered harmful because it prevents commodities from being used in the rest of the economy. Legendary investor Warren Buffett said of gold, "Gets dug out of the ground in Africa or someplace. Then we melt it down, dig another hole, bury it again, and pay people to stand around guarding it. It has no utility." In the long run, investing in stocks has outperformed hoarding commodities. However, there were years and decades when commodities had higher returns than stocks. One of the most famous cases of hoarding occurred in the silver market in the 1970s and 80s when the Hunt brothers tried to hoard silver to corner the market. They correctly predicted rising inflation, but they used excessive leverage and were ill-prepared when prices collapsed. The Hunt brothers eventually had to start selling, and the ensuing panic caused the silver price to collapse. In 1988, Nelson Bunker Hunt and William Herbert Hunt declared bankruptcy. Yasuo Hamanaka, a commodities trader at Sumitomo Corporation, became known as Mr. Copper after he attempted to manipulate the copper price through hoarding. He spent 7 years in jail after more than 10 years of unauthorized copper deals in the 1990s that led to more than $2.6 billion in losses. At one point, he hoarded as much as 5% of the world's total copper supply. HODL is a term derived from a misspelling of hold that refers to buy and hold strategies in the context of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It describes the hoarding behavior of cryptocurrency holders to accumulate and not sell or use in exchange. Because digital currencies like Bitcoin are scarce and have a limited rate of new unit formation, hoarding strategies increase the relative scarcity and can drive up the price. Here are 4 key takeaways. 1. Hoarding is the purchase of large quantities of a commodity by a speculator with the intent of benefiting from future price increases. 2. It is possible for hoarding to create a cycle of speculation, self-fulfilling prophecies, and inflation. 3. Laws are often passed against certain types of hoarding to prevent tragedies and reduce economic instability. 4. In the long run, investing in stocks has outperformed hoarding commodities. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.